How we doing today, guys? Welcome back to Rustic Rimfire 22. What's going on, guys? Back out here on the range today. Got a new rifle out. Just picked it up here 2-3 days ago. First chance I really got to shoot it or do anything with it, really. I just got the scope mounted up, which was a chore. But what we got here is a Hatsan Escort 22 long rifle. I didn't even know they made a 22. I've had a few of their air rifles, but I come across it. I was looking on Gunbroker and happened to see it, so I was like, man, that's a pretty fair price for a 22, you know, and a couple hundred beans. So went ahead and picked it up, got it shipped in, and so we'll give it a try. You know, if nothing else, maybe it's a decent budget rifle. Who knows? I don't know. I talked to a few guys that seemed to really like theirs. Didn't see a whole lot about them on YouTube or online. You know, some guys, you know, like anything, you know, it doesn't matter what you're talking about. It's either junk or it's golden, or, you know, who knows. But I guess you can get them in different lengths: 18-inch barrel, 20-inch barrel, and 25-inch barrel, which this is. The 18, I didn't realize it at the time. 18 and 20-inch come with iron sights on the back and iron the front sight on the front. 25-inch barrel don't come with anything. What they call a dovetail scope mount. It's not screwed or, you know, drilled and tapped for Picatinny rail, so you got to use dovetail. 11mm 3/8, but that's not necessarily true either, because this is almost 12.5mm, and so I had to modify some scope rings to actually get scope rings on it. So as it comes in the box, you can't shoot. There's no sights, so you got to work around that, which I didn't realize at the time or know. But we did get some West Hunters scope rings mounted onto there finally, and got them flat and square. This has got the put a 6-24 West Hunter. This is a second focal plane Gen 1 scope on it. But other than that, like I said, it's got a 25-inch barrel. I did have to do some work to it. The ramp and beginning of the chamber is absolute garbage. I'm going to try to get with Hatsan this week, see if I can't send this back for a new barrel. I mean, I understand it's a bottom end, low end budget good rifle, but nevertheless, this thing is actually, out of the 3 or 4 that I've got lately, this is probably the worst one. The rifling, or the lands at the beginning of the chamber at the throat there, are all in different areas. So you got one land will start here, the next one will be a little bit further in, and then there's another one a little bit farther in from that. I'll have a picture of a small video or something there in the corner for you to be looking at right about now, to see that. And I'll have some pictures of the ramp and beginning of the chamber there as well. But once you get past that, the rifling in this thing all the way to the muzzle is perfect. I can't believe it. Is better than the Springfield 2020 or a lot of them that I've seen lately. This thing, once you get past, like I said, once you get past the chamber, it's awesome all the way to the muzzle. The crown on it wasn't terrible. I did polish it up just a little bit, just to get some of the had some kind of, I don't know, maybe from drilling or I don't know, rough spots on it. So I polished it just a little bit with a little bit of brass, and it looks pretty good. So I haven't really shot it a whole lot yet. Like I said, I just kind of got it out here. Enough I got the scope somewhat zeroed. I was using Fiocchi ammunition. Wow, I'm having a time speaking again today. Sorry, guys. But we're going to give it every chance we can we're going to go ahead and use some SK Standard Plus to do a few groups here. Let me see what else I can tell you about it. It's got, so it's got a 25-inch barrel. I believe it's 43 inches long overall. The trigger in it, we're going to test that real quick. I got my Wheeler gauge out here. We're going to check that real quick. But the bolt in it is fantastic. I got a round in there to check the gauge, so let's do that, and then I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about with this bolt. But let me get this fired up here real quick, and give it a pull, see where it's at. You're kidding me. 6.1 ounces. Six ounces. I knew it was soft. It 4.8 ounces. That is crazy. 5.4. That's some of these other companies need to take note of how of this trigger. They call their target rifles 5.5 ounces. And it's not, it won't slam fire. But you see how smooth that is? There's like nothing. That's not, it is nice and smooth. And I'll tell you what, if the B14R works like that, I'd probably have one of those instead of the Tikka. Not just, I mean, I got two of them, but my wife shoots one and my buddy shoots one, and I shoot the Tikka. But that's almost, I mean, right out of the box. I would say is actually a little bit, I almost hate to say it, it's a little bit smoother than my Tikka, but it's 10 times better than the Bergara B14R by hands down. But still, so on 5 pulls of that on the trigger there, we got an average of 5.6 ounces. I don't know if you guys can see that very well or not, but yeah, 5.6 ounces on average on 5 pulls. That's insane. That's craziness. But like I said, now the other thing I don't like about this rifle is the receiver screw, or the action screw, hold down screws. One goes right here and goes up into, there's a plate in here that it screws into that. It don't actually go to the receiver, so it's just clamping it in, right? And then up here, this part that looks like a clamp or a band around the barrel, it's a band around there with like a bung with a nut welded in it. And when you put this in, you torque that down, you're actually torquing the barrel into the stock. It's crazy setup. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I'm not very good with these reviews yet, guys. I've only done a handful, and ones I do seems like they're always negative, because the last, anything we've been getting brand new, been buying brand new rifles, brand new scopes, brand new this or brand new that, and it just, it's not bottom of the dollar stuff like this one is. I mean, for bottom dollar, I mean, honestly, was in better shape than a lot of the stuff that I've got. before I get too long-winded with this, so we checked the trigger. We're at 5.6 ounces there, which is crazy. The bolt on it is fantastic. It ejects. That shell just landed about 5 feet away. So, but anyway, got my Tefra 22 up front there, the Aero Precision. Absolutely love that thing. Got my Garmin out here. We're gonna get some speeds on it with the SK Standard Plus. I got a couple different lots here. Like I said, I want to give this every chance I can to see what kind of what it does, what it don't do, if it'll group, if it don't. You know, if it stays inside of inch at 50, I'd probably be pretty happy with it. But I knew what it was when I bought it, right? You know, I wasn't looking for a bench rest rifle or a precision rifle. That's not what this is. You know, if it does, if this is more of a hunting rifle, but nevertheless. All right, well, let me get the scope cam fired up here, guys, and we'll get some on target down there and see what it looks like. Get some speeds on the chronograph and we'll go from there. All right, guys, I'm back here. Got scope cam going. Get a couple of these rounds loaded up here. From what I understand, I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I don't remember. Apologize if I did. This is supposed to be modeled after the CZ 452. I know it takes a CZ mag. I actually got a single feed CZ mag coming for it. I ordered that before I actually seen the rifle, and was able to get a look at the barrel and get a look at everything down through there. But I haven't got it yet. It'll probably be shipped out as long as Hatsan will. I know I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Hatsan, however, will warranty it. Get me a new barrel on it, because I mean, unless this thing just pulls out something that I ain't, I don't know. But if it shoots decent, and it'll probably, I would think, shoot better with a barrel on it that actually has the lands and rifling that is correct in it, and not chewing up shells when they're going into the chamber. But anyway, let's let me get this up here where I can see it, so and I will attempt to call out some numbers for you. Let's see if we can get this parallax any better here. And we might have to move around here a little bit. There we go. We'll start with that green dot up there in the top left corner. I put 1-inch pasters on there because I'm going to try to keep this, remind myself to keep the target after we're done here. So if I do send this back and they do get a new barrel, I'm going to keep the target so we can compare groups between this barrel and the new barrel. I meant to do that with my 2020, and I threw the target away and not even thinking about it. Well, I'd say they're all staying just under an inch, but they're staying on the target anyway, which is more than I was expecting. Now again, some of this might be just the a lot of it, I would say, is probably the scope. So, because I mean, just me moving around just a little bit, I can without touching the rifle, the scope will go from one green dot to the next green dot in parallax. So the parallax in this thing is absolutely terrible. But I would definitely not suggest this thing for anything. Maybe, I guess, for hunting. If you wanted to do something like that. But other than that, I wouldn't. I definitely would not suggest this particular scope for anything. Let's see what happens here. Let's go one more green dot over. This one's gonna go somewhere. It hung up bad on the ramp. I could feel it drag. So I would guess it's probably gonna be way off target somewhere. Of course, if you watch Mike over at MN Shooting Sports, where he was take a file and was filing the nose down and filing the side down and shooting them, it wasn't no different than if he just took a brand new round and stuck it in there and shot. I think by the time it was said and done, the ones he was filing down was shooting better than the rounds that didn't have nothing wrong with them. Yeah, that one went way to the right and bottom. I knew that one was going to be messed up. I think that was that 10? 8. I must not have put enough in there. Let me grab, let's grab 10 more here. And we'll go to the next row down. We'll start on the first target there on the left. We'll just do another group of 10 there. And we'll call it good there. I don't want to be forever. I know this video is probably going to go long anyway, but I can't get over the bolt and the trigger pull. The trigger on this thing is just, I mean, there's no real grit to it. Nothing. It's just super light. You just, you know, there's no, you're right up against the wall. There's no, you know, slop in it, no play, just, you know, no take up. Just nice. It's just right there. Let's see. First target on the left. I'm thinking those 3 that are outliers are probably me with this parallax. Like I said, I shift my head just that much, either way, and I can either go completely off the paper or to the next target next to it. I can't, and I'm only at 18 power, 19. I think them first ones are me. Them first 3. What's this one? 1-1. What did I say? 1-1-3-6-4. Oh, I did have more of these. Well, let's stay with these, and I'll use those ones next. Let's do 5 more. I thought those were the same ones. Guess I was looking at the number on the box wrong, apparently. I thought I was out of the 3-6-4s. All right, let's do 5 more on the next target over. Now let's see where it's going to hit. And then if we have to adjust a little bit, we will bring it up. I almost feel bad. Need to put a different scope on it before I try to send it back. I think parallax. Will fix a lot of this problem that I'm having right now. Wow. I think I put 4 in the same hole there. Well, anyway, I can sit here and do this all day. Let's see what kind of numbers we're getting out of this thing real quick here. Let's go to a summary. 36 shots, minimum of 1022.5, maximum 1064.9. You guys aren't gonna believe this. Standard deviation 8.5. I don't know if you guys can see that real good or not. 8.5 standard deviation. 42.4 extreme spread on 36 shots with an 8.5 standard deviation. That's crazy. I don't know. We'll get it up there as close as you can. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's crazy out of this. But anyway, guys, like I said, this is going to be a project. You're gonna see more of it, especially when it's warm outside. Been trying to find something to shoot other than the Tikka. Unfortunately, the Tikkas, neither one of them like it when it's extremely hot outside. They just don't shoot well, and they irritate me, and so I just put them away. So anyway, all right, guys, I think that's about all I got for today. I'll let you know what happens with this. We'll try to get it sent back, get a new barrel put in it. Hopefully this coming week I have some new videos coming out with my new Springfield 2020. Should be back this week with the new barrel in it. I was going to do an unboxing with that about three and a half weeks ago. That didn't happen. Wasn't worth shooting, so we sent it back, get a new barrel put in it. We should have that back this week, like I said. So hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys some information on that and some videos and cool content. We'll try some new targets, what have you. Anyway, hit that subscribe button if you guys like what you've been seeing so far. Have a safe week, and we'll catch you on the range.